Hi students, today we will be looking at the questions which were asked for NTA UGC Net Economics December 2021 and June 2022. Here we will be just looking at the questions and its final answer key given by NTA. So here is the first question. The irrelevance of money for real variable in classical system is called. Options: fiscal neutrality, monetary neutrality, exchange rate neutrality, technological neutrality. The right answer for this question is B, monetary neutrality. So the second one, arrange the following in ascending order. Option A, growth rate of gross national income at constant price of India in 2015 and 16. B, second option, growth rate of gross national income at constant price of India in 2016 and 17. Growth rate of gross national income at constant price of India in 2017 and 18. Growth rate of gross national income at constant price of India in 2018 and 19. Growth rate of gross national income of India in 2019 and 20. So we have to arrange these different years gross national at constant price. So we have different options here. So right answer for this question is option C, that is option E is the statement E is the first one, then second one option D, then third one option C, and fourth one option A, and last one is option B. So right answer is option B. Okay, the third question, a bag contained 20 tickets marked with numbers 1 to 20. One ticket is drawn at random. Find the probability that will be multiple of 2 or 5. So this question is from the module statistics. So options are option A 0.7, option B 0.9, option C 0.6, and option D 0.3. The right answer is option C 0.6. The fourth questions. Given below are two statements. Statement 1, taking advantage of increased demand for staples during the COVID-19 pandemic, India's agricultural export continued to do well in 2021 and 2022. Statement 2, like in the year 2020 and 2021, segment like marine product, buffalo meat, tea, coffee and dairy product continued to perform poorly in the terms of export from India 2021 and 2022. In the light of the above statement, choose the correct answer from the options given below. So two statements are there. This question also from the module Indian economy, and you should have a thorough understanding about the Indian economic survey. Okay, different options are there. Option 1, both statement 1 and 2 are true. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are false. Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. So the right answer for this question is option C. Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Okay, next question is a mass of following questions. So list 1 is given. Rural-urban migration, economic development with unlimited supply of labor, process of cumulative causation, decline in terms of trade of primary commodities. So list 2 is here. Arthur Lewis, Gunnar Myrdal, Rahul Prabesh, Harris Torado. So we have to arrange this different concept with the proponents. So different options are given. So right answer for this question is option B. So the first one, rural urban migration, is connected with the Harris Torado. The economic development with unlimited supply of labor is connected with the Arthur Lewis, and third one, the process of cumulative causation, is connected with Gunnar Myrdal. The last one, decline in the terms of trade of primary commodities, Rahul Prabesh. Okay, the right answer is option B. Next one, the sixth one, real and nominal income is calculated respectively at. So the options are current and constant prices, constant and current prices, constant and constant prices, current and current prices. So we have to correctly connect with the real and nominal variable, like real income or nominal income. So the right answer for this question is option B, which is constant and current prices. So real income is connected with constant prices and current price is connected with nominal income. Okay, then seventh one, match labor force with appropriate item from among the following. So we have to connect the labor force with the options. So option A, total workforce. Option B, employed plus unemployed. Option C, total educated manpower. Option D, population in the age group 15 to 16. The right answer for this question is option B. Labor force can be connected with employed plus unemployed. So eighth question, in which year gross domestic saving rate was the highest? So this question also connected with the module Indian economy. So the options are 2004 and 5, 2007 and 8, 2011 and 12, 2016 and 17. So right answer for this question is option B, 2007 and 8. So the ninth one, with reference to the views of classicals on public debt, which of the following are correct? So this question is from the public finance. Different statements are given. So we have to connect which are the correct with the public debt. So the first statement, further financing get more troublesome due to public debt. Second statement, public debt lead to a reduction of resources for productive private employment. Increasing public debt leads to a currency depreciation and deflationary situation in the economy. Debt financing requires fund for interest payment and amortization, hence a double burden for exchequer. Public debt leads to a productive activities. So we have to connect with the classical's view on public debt. So the right answer for this question is option D. So the option D is contain ABD. So A means further financing get more troublesome due to public debt. Then next one is B, which is given public debt lead to a reduction of resources for productive private employment. Then last one is D option, D statement. The debt financing required fund for interest payment and amortization, hence a double burden for exchequer. So these are the right statements for the ninth question. Then 10th one, in Harodoma model, if the growth rate of income is 8% and the capital output ratio is 4%, then the saving rate must be. So this question is from the module growth and development. So different options are given. Option A, 32%, option B, 2%, option C, 36%, and option D, 1/2%. The right answer for this question is option A, 32%. So the next question, given below are the two statements. Statement 1, devaluation always correct a chronic balance of payment deficit. Statement 2, an expected devaluation lead to speculative capital outflow from the domestic currency. In the light of the above statement, choose the correct answer from the options given below. So option A given, both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are false. Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. Statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. The right answer for this question is option D. Statement 1 is false, but statement 2 is true. So 12th question, if time deposit is not included, then the money multiplier will be. So we have to understand what is the correct money multiplier equation. So different options are given. So right answer for this question is option D, which is currency plus 1 divided by reverse deposit ratio plus currency. Option D, CR plus 1 divided by RR plus CR. 13th questions. The strategy of choosing the policy which has the best possible outcome is known as. Option A, dominant strategy. Option B, maxi-max. Option C, mini-max. Option D, maxi-min. Right answer for this question is answer option B, maxi-max. So the next question is the match the following questions. The different option, different list, two different lists are given. The first list: reverse repo rate, bank rate, repo rate, cash reserve ratio. List 2: RBI provide loan to commercial bank for short term. RBI provide loan to commercial bank for long term. RBI borrows money from commercial banks. Commercial banks have to deposit minimum ratio of their net total liabilities in RBI. So different options are given. Right answer for this question is option B, which is first one. Reverse repo is connected with the RBI borrows money from the commercial banks. Then B option, bank rate is connected with the second one in the list 2. RBI provides loan to commercial bank for long term. Then C1, repo rate is connected with the list 2. First one, RBI provide loan to commercial bank for short term. The last one, cash reserve ratio is connected with the fourth one, which is commercial banks have to deposit minimum ratio of their net total liabilities in RBI. So the 15th question, what are the primary goals of sustainability? So the different statements are given. The end of poverty and hunger, better standard of education and healthcare, to achieve gender equality, sustainable economic growth, to achieve both inter and intra generation equity, inter and intra generation equity. So different options are given. The right answer for this question is option D, which is A, B, C, D and E. All the above are the right in the concept of sustainability. So A, B, C, D, E, everything is right. Okay. So the 16th question, that also from the match the following, this also come under the module public finance. So list 1 is given: pure public good, pure private good, open access resources, contestable resources. So list 2 is given: non-rival but excludable, non-excludable but rivalry, non-rival and non-excludable, excludable and rivalry. So right answer for this question is option B, which is pure public good is connected with non-rivalry and non-excludable. Then pure private good is connected with the fourth one, excludable and rivalry. Then option C, open access resources is connected with the non-excludable but rivalry. Then last one, contestable resources is connected with the non-trivial and excludable. So the 17th question, here is given the sex ratio of different states of India for 2011. 2011 sex ratios are given. Different states, its sex ratios are given. So first one is Gujarat 942, Madhya Pradesh 931, Odisha 979, Tamil Nadu 996, Haryana 862. So we have to identify the correct pairs given. Okay. So the correct answer for this question is option A, which is B, C and D. B, C and D are the right pairs. Okay. Then the next one, which of the following conditions are satisfied for the rational firm to achieve its equilibrium by maximizing Q is the function of L and K subject to C equal to the W, L plus RK. So different options are given. Right answer for this question is answer B, which is A, D and E. A, D and E. So the 19th one, in the Mundell-Fleming model under floating exchange rate, which of the following is more effective to influence aggregate income? So this question is from the module International Economics. So different options are given: fiscal policy, monetary policy, exchange rate policy and none of the above. The right answer for this question is monetary policy, which is option B. So next one, 20th one, two factors of production, say A and B, have the same price. The least cost combination of A and B for producing given level of output will be achieved at a point where the isochronous slope equal to. So we have to identify the slope of the isochrone. This question is from the module microeconomic. So different options are given. First option 0, second one 1, third one -1, and fourth one is 2. So right answer for this question is option C, which is -1. So the 21st one is from the module mathematical economics. So here we are given we have a matrix. So we have to find the rank of the matrix. So find the rank of A. So the options are given. Option A 3, option B 2, option C 1, and option D 0. The right answer for this question is option B, which is 2. So the rank for this matrix is option B 2. The next one is one of the various qualitative instruments used by the central bank during inflation is. So we have different options: rise margin requirement, remove margin requirement, reduce margin requirement, fix margin requirement. So right answer for this question is option A, rise margin requirement. So it's margin requirement is a qualitative instrument. So 23rd one, arrange the following environmental disaster chronologically in accordance with their occurrence. So we have to arrange in a chronological order. So the first one is Bhopal gas tragedy. Second one is Chernobyl explosion. Third one is London smoke episodes. Fourth one is Exor Valdez. Fourth one is the 3 Mile Island nuclear disaster. So the correct order is option B, which is C, E, A, B, and D. So 24th one, primary deficit is given by option A, physical deficit minus interest payment, revenue deficit minus interest payment, budget deficit minus interest payment, revenue receipt minus revenue expenditure. So the right answer for this question is option A, which is physical deficit minus interest payment. So 25th question is dropped. So the mark is allocated to everyone. So we are not going to the 25th one. Then the 26th one, which of the following are assumptions of ordinary utility analysis? Consumers are consistent with their preference. Consumers can measure the total utility received from any given basket of goods. Consumer preference follow transitivity. Consumer are non-satiated with respect to goods they comfort. Consumers are irrational. So right answer for this question is option C, which is A, C, and D. A, C, and D are the right statement for ordinary utility analysis. And the 27th one from the module statistics and econometrics. So here we are given a regression equation. The fitted regression equation is given by yi equal to the -10 plus 0.6x. What is the value of the residual at the point x equal to 40 and y is equal to 60? So option A 74, option B 46, option C 0, option D 45. The right answer for this question is option B 46. So the next one is from the module international economics. Which of the following were the part of FTA policy reforms and other measures during the COVID-19 pandemic period? So different options are given. 100% FDI in the health sector. Statement B, permitting foreign investment up to 100% under automatic route in the telecom service sector. FDI monitoring cell has been formed to exploit FDI proposals. Raise the FDI limit from 49% to 74% in the insurance companies under the automatic route. Reduce the limit of FDI in the defense sector to realize the vision of Atmanirbhar Bharat. So we have to find the correct statements from the this area. So the correct options are option C, which is B, C, and D. B, C, and D. B, C, and D are the right statement related to the FTA policy during the COVID-19 pandemic. So 29th question, if we have objective function involving n variables, u equal the function of x1, x2 and x3 and xn subject to pi x1, x2, x3 and xn equal to 0. The second order condition for experiment to be. Certain statements are given. The right answer for this question is option B, which is B and D only correct. Okay, the next one is 13th question is dropped by NTA. So mark is allocated to everyone. So we are not going to look at 13th question. We are moving to the 31st question. A simultaneous equation model is said to be over-identified if option A, unique numerical values of the structural parameters can be obtained. More than one numerical values can be obtained for some of the parameters of the structural equation. Unique solution for all the structural coefficient is not possible. Structural coefficient cannot be estimated. So the right answer for this question is option B. So 32nd one, what are the practical consequences of multicollinearity in CLRM? R square, the overall measure of the goodness of fit can be very high. OLS estimators are not blue. OLS estimators have small variance and convariance. T ratio of one or more coefficient is statistically insignificant. The OLS estimators and their standard error can be sensitive to small changes in the data. So the different statements are given. The right answer for this question is option C, which is A, D and E. A, D and E are the right statements connected to the consequence of multicollinearity in CLR. So next question, in which stages of the product cycle model the imitating country starts producing the product for domestic consumption? Options stage 3, option B stage 2, option C stage 1, option D stage 5. So right answer for this question is option A stage 3. Next one, which of the following conditions prevails in the long-term equilibrium of industry for achieving optimal resource allocation? Different statements are given. The output is produced at the minimum feasible cost. Consumer pays the minimum possible price which just cover the marginal cost of the product. Plants are used at full capacity in long term. Firms earn supernormal profit. Perfect competitive firm and price mechanism operates. So different statements are given. The right answer for this question is option A. So the statements A, B, C and E are the right options, right statements. Okay, the 35th question. Which of the following are correct? M1 equal to C plus DD plus OD, M2 equal to M1 plus saving deposit with post office saving banks, M3 equal to M2 plus net time deposit of bank, M3 equal to M1 plus net time deposit of banks, M4 equal to M1 plus total deposit with the post office savings. So we have to look the correct statements. So the right answer for this question is option B, which is A, B, D. A, B, D only correct. So the next one, the hypothesis of cumulative causation as an explanation of the backwardness of developing nation is associated with Ragnar Knox, Gunnar Myrdal, Arthur Lewis, Fay and Ranis. So the cumulative causation is connected with Gunnar Myrdal. So the next one, here is given a weight of items under use based classification of industrial production index of India base year 2011 and 12. Primary good 34.05%, capital good 12.22%, intermediate good 17.22%, infrastructure and construction good 12.34%, consumer goods 24.17%. So we have to identify the correct weightages in the statements. So the right answer for this question is option C, which is statement A, C and D only correct. So the primary, primary goods and the intermediate goods and the D infrastructure and constructed good weightages are the correct one. So the next one, which of the following are correct? Market is a system that works with price mechanism. Market failure refers to the divergence of market equilibrium from Pareto optimality. Statement 3, market fails to efficiently supply public good, and the same makes a case for government intervention. Statement 4, market efficiency work in the presence of positive externality. Last one, market efficiency work in the presence of negative externality. So we have to identify the correct statement. So the right answer for this question is option B, which statements A, B and C only correct. So 39th one, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana PMJDY has been a flagship program of Government of India. So the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana related statements are given. So the first statement, beneficiaries of this scheme are eligible for accident insurance cover of rupees 1 lakh now. Then PMJDY is helpful in inclusive development. PMJDY beneficiaries should not be given other benefits like benefits under Mudra scheme. It is leading to women empowerment. More than 45 crore people have benefited so far under PMJDY. So we have to identify the correct statement related to the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So the right answer for this question is option C, which is B, D, E only. B, D and E is the right statements connected to the Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana. So the 14th question, if the income effect for a good is in the opposite direction as the substitution effect, but the substitution effect dominate, then the good is. So we have to identify which good is in which good the substitution effect is greater. So the options are normal, inferior but not given, given, none of the above. So the right answer for this question is B, inferior but not given. So the question number 41, PM Gati Shakti is driven by dash engines. So options 4, 5, 6 and 7. The right answer for this question is 7. So the PM Gati Shakti is driven by 7 engines. So answer is option D. What has been the reason for recent dip in vehicle registration in the country? Options: shortage of semiconductor chips, poor credit supply by the banking sector, sharp rise in vehicle prices. Option D: reduced demand for vehicles. So the right answer for this question is option A, shortage of semiconductor chips. The question number 43, the total revenue and the total cost function of the firms are given by R. Revenue function equal to 30Q minus Q square. Cost function equal to 20 plus 4Q, where Q is output. Find the equilibrium output of the firms. So the options: option A 4, option B 13, option C 15, option D 10. The right answer for this question is option B. So question number 44, match the following. List 1, money supply and price level in the economy are indirect proportion. Inverse relationship between unemployment and the rate of wage inflation. Profit as a reward for innovation. Last one is policy ineffective proportion. So list 2 is, in list 2 we have A.W. Philip, Fisher, Robert Lucas, Joseph Schumpeter. The right answer for this question is option A, which is first one. In list 1, money supply and the price level in the economy are indirect proportion is connected with the Fisher. Then the second one, inverse relationship between unemployment and the rate of wage inflation is connected with A.W. Philip. Profit as a reward for innovation is Schumpeter. Then the last one, policy ineffective proposition is connected with the Robert Lucas. Okay, so right answer is option A. Question number 45, Harry's score in the statistics in the first year is 76, whereas the class average is 68 with a standard deviation of 5. What is Harry's Z score? So we have to find the Z score. So the options: 1.5, option B 1.6, option C 1.2, option D 1.4. The right answer for this question is option B 1.6. The question number 46, net migration refers to overall level of the population change resulting from total migration and immigrants. Option B is the difference between the number of immigrants workers and the number of immigrant workers. Option C does not include refugees and other lawful migrants. Last one, option D includes refugees only. The right answer for this question is option A. Question number 47, arrange the different schools of thought in sequence of their occurrence starting from the oldest. Okay, different schools of thoughts are given. First one, physiocrats, Keynesian economics, classical economics, new Keynesian economics, monetarist counter-revolution. So the right answer for this question is option D, which first one is A, physiocrats, second one is classical economics, third one is Keynesian economics, fourth one is monetarist counterparts, last one is new Keynesian economics. Okay, so the right option is option D. Question number 48, arrange the state in ascending order based on the percentage of population who are multidimensionally poor based on Niti Aayog report 2021. So different states are given: Bihar, Odisha, Rajasthan, Uttar Pradesh, Madhya Pradesh. So the right answer for this question is option A, which is A, Bihar, D, Uttar Pradesh, then Madhya Pradesh, then Rajasthan, and last one is Odisha. The question number 49, which of the following are correct? Current account includes merchandise export, Current account do not include merchandise export. Current account includes invisible export. Current account do not include invisible export. Current account includes both merchandise export and import and invisible export and import. The right answer for this question is option B, which is A, C and E. A, C and E. The change in welfare due to change in environmental quality is measured by options: hedonic pricing function, marginal implicit function, marginal willingness to pay function, offer function. So the right answer for this question is marginal willingness to pay function, which is option C. Question number 51. Integrate x square by x plus 2. The different certain options are given. The right answer is option C. So question number 52. Arrange the countries based on ascending order of Human Development Index value in 2019. So the option Norway, Bangladesh, India, China and Nepal. So the right answer for this question is option A, which is first one is Norway, second one is China, third one is India, fourth one is Bangladesh, last one is Nepal. So question number 53. Arrange the following events in a sequence order. So different events are given: the Tokyo round, Uruguay round, Annecy round, Dillon round and Turkey round. So the WTO conferences are given. So we have to arrange from the oldest one to the newest one. So the right answer for this question is option C, which is C, E, D, A and B the order. So right answer for this question is option C. Write the steps to estimate ECM or VR model in time series. So vector error correction model, vector auto regression model, we have to find out the steps which are following for this econometrics modeling. So options are different steps are given: unit root test, ACF and PACF test, ECM or VAR, inputting data, co-integration test. The right answer for this question is option C. So the order is D, B, A, E and C. So the first step is inputting data. The second one is ACF and PCF test. Then a unit root test. Then after that you have to go to the co-integration. Then last one is C, ECM or VAR modeling. Okay. So question number 55. Which of the following is not a marginal condition for Pareto optimality criteria? So we have to find out the marginal condition for the Pareto optimality. Different options are given: MRS XYA equal to MRS XYB equal to PX by PY, MRTS LK of X equal to MRTS LK of Y equal to W by R, MRS XYA equal to MRS XYB equal to MRPT XY, MRPT XY of K equal to MRPT XY of L equal to W by R. So the we have to find out the wrong one, not a margin condition of the Pareto optimality. So the right option is option D, which is not the Pareto optimality condition. So question number 56. If the demand function is P equal to 35 minus 2x minus x square and the demand x0 is 3, what will be the consumer surplus? So the options 27, 25, 60 and 20. So the right answer is 27. Given below are two statements. Statement 1, dualism refers to the economic and social division in the economy, such as difference in the level of technology between sectors or region, difference in the degree of geographic development and difference in the social customs and attitude. Option statement 2, the developing countries in the early stages of development experience dualism, which have implication for further pattern and pace of development. In the light of above statement, choose the most correct answer from the options given below. So we have different options, both statement 1 and 2 are true, both statement 1 and 2 are false. Statement 1 is true but statement 2 is false. Statement 1 is false and statement 2 is true. The right answer for this question is the option A, both statement 1 and 2 are true. So question number 58, growth in total consumption in India 2021 and 2022 is likely to be options 5.0%, 6.0%, 7.0%, 8.0%. So the right answer is option C, 7.0%. Question number 59, given below are two statements. Statement 1, if you bought a product which now becomes subject to tax, you will be in a better position to avoid tax and the seller bear with a larger part if your demand is elastic while the seller's supply is inelastic. Statement 2, a tax on salt is likely to borne by the consumer. In the light of the above statement, choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. Different options are here. Both statement 1 and statement 2 is correct. Both statement 1 and statement 2 are correct. Statement 2 is incorrect. So statement 1 is correct but statement 2 is incorrect. Statement 1 is incorrect but statement 2 is correct. So the right answer for this question is option A. Both statement 1 and both statement 2 are correct. Question number 60. Which of the following are correct in the case of normal distribution? Q1 plus Q2 equal to 2MT, QD equal to 1 by 3 sigma, QD equal to 2 by 3 sigma. All moments of odd order about mean are 0. Q1 and Q2 equal to MT. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. So the right answer for this question is option C, which is A, C and D is the right ones. Question number 61. Which of the following are correct with respect to ISLM model? Different statements are given. The LM schedule slopes upward to the right. The LM schedule will shift to the left with an increase in the quantity of money. The LM schedules gives equilibrium in the money market. The IS schedule will shift the left when there is an increase in the government expenditure. The IS schedule will shift to the right when taxes are reduced. Choose the most appropriate answer from the options given below. The right answer for this question is option A, which is A, C and E. A, C and E is the right answers. So the question number 62. The basic characteristics of an underdeveloped economy: a low level of technology and pure human capital. Second statement, higher level of GDP and per capita. Statement C, a high proportion of the labor force engaged in the agriculture and low agriculture productivity. A high proportion of domestic expenditure on food. Higher incidence of poverty. So the right statements are A, C, D and E. The right option is option A. A, C, D and E is the right option. Option A is the right answer. Again, the master following. Question number 63. List 1. Size matters in international trade. Economies of scale and monopolistic competition in the international trade. Technological gap theory of trade. Zero-sum game of the trade. List 2. Paul Krugman, mercantilist, M.V. Posner, the gravity model. So the right answer is option B, which is A for B1, C3, D2. A for B1, C3 and D2. So the question number 64. Tools of expansionary fiscal policy includes. The tools of expansionary fiscal policy includes rising government expenditure, reducing government expenditure, increasing tax rate, reducing tax rate, increasing money supply. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. So we have to identify which are the statements connected to expansionary fiscal policy. For the right answer for this question is option A, which is A and D only. A and D only, rising government expenditure and reducing tax rate. So the question number 65, a stationary population is what when population growth is increasing at an increasing rate, increasing at a decreasing rate, grows at a zero rate, 100%. So the right answer for this question is option C, grows at a zero rate. The question number 66, the given below are two statements. One is labeled as assertion A and the other is labeled as a reason R. So assertion, reason questions. So the assertion, the endogenous growth theory examine production function that shows increasing returns. Reason, increasing return is endogenous growth theory. Increasing returns in the endogenous growth theory is due to specialization and investment in knowledge capital and learning by doing. In the light of the above statement, choose the most appropriate answer from the option given below. So the right answer for this question is option A, which is both A and R are correct, and R is the correct explanation of A. So the question number 67, which of the following is correct? The gross barter terms of trade uses quantity index for import and export. Both gross barter terms of trade and net barter terms of trade make use of the price index of imports and export. The net barter terms of trade uses price index for imports and export. Both gross barter terms of trade and the net barter terms of trade make use of the quantity index of import and export. The gross barter terms of trade uses price index, but the net barter terms of trade uses quantity index for import and export. So we have to choose the correct statement. So the right answer for this question is option D, which is A and C only. A and C only correct. A statement is the gross barter terms of trade uses quantity index for import and export, and also C, third one, the net barter terms of trade uses price index for import and export. So option D is the right answer. So question number 68, which of the following hold good for Lewis model of development? Unlimited supply of labor, marginal productivity of labor is the subsistence sector is equal to or less than subsistence wage, dual economy with a modern sector and subsistence sector, agriculture sector subject to increasing returns, the model that explains the crucial role of capital surplus in the development process. So the right answer for this question is option A, which is A, B, C and E. A, B, C and E is the right statements. So question number 69, in a relation to consideration of demographic dividend, there appears to be a demographic dualism exhibited by the Indian states. In this regard, consider the following factors: total fertility rate, sex ratio, per capita income, urbanization rate. Choose the correct answer from the options. So we have to identify which are the statement, which are the rates connected to the demographic dualism. So the right answer for this question is option B, which is only a total fertility rate. So question number 70, menu cost is the concepts used in classical economics, neoclassical economics, new Keynesian economics, Keynesian economics. So the right answer for this question is option C, new Keynesian economics. So the question number 71 also dropped. The marks are allocated to everyone. So we are not going to discuss, see the question. We are moving to the question number 72. Suppose a profit maximizing monopolist is producing 800 unit of output and is charging a price of rupees 40 per unit. If the elasticity of demand for the product is -2, the marginal cost of the last units produced is dash. The options 100, option B -40, option C -2, option D 20. So the right answer for this question is option D, which is 20. Okay. Again, 74th question, which is a mass of following. So the list one is like this: absolute income hypothesis, relative income hypothesis, permanent income hypothesis, life cycle hypothesis. List 2: Milton Friedman, J.M. Keynes, James Dusenberry, Franco Modigliani. So this question is from the module macroeconomics. So we have to identify the consumption hypothesis and its proponents. So the right answer for this question is option B, which is option B, A2, B3, C1 and D4. A2, B3, C1 and D4. So question number 74. Monetary policy instruments are change in public expenditure, change in taxation, open market operation, bank reserve requirement, interest rate policy. So we have to identify which are the instruments for the monetary policy. So the right answer for this question is option C, which is open market operation, bank reserve requirement and interest rate policy. So C is the right answer. C, D and E are the right instruments for the monetary policy. So question number 75. List 1 Andhra Pradesh PCI in 2020 and 2021, Madhya Pradesh PCI in 2020 and 2021, Odisha PCI in 2020 and 2021, West Bengal PCI in 2020 and 2021. So the list 2 given by the different rates. So the right answer for this question is option B, which is A4, B1, C2 and D3. Question number 76. Match the following. So list 1, FEMA, MRTP Act, Competition Act, FERA. List 2, years are given: 1969, 2002, 1973, 1999. So the correct answer for this question is option D, that is A4, B1, C2 and D3. A4, B1, C2 and D3. Question number 76. The central bank policy of altering the domestic credit extended by in an equal and opposite direction to variation in the foreign exchange reserves so that the monetary base remained unchanged is called. The options: stabilization, monetary expansion, physical expansion, sterilization. So the correct answer for this question is option D, sterilization. Question number 78. This question is asked from the macroeconomics in national income accounting. So what will be the aggregate domestic income NDP-FC of a economy for 2002 and 3 if GDP at market price is 2765 crores and depreciation is 2847 crores and indirect taxes less subsidy 2160 crores. So the options are given: option A 24807, option B 22647, option C 26967, option D 28467. The correct answer for this question is option B 22647. So the question number 78. What does the result of the first empirical test of the Heteroglin model by Wesley Leontief found? So this question is from the module International Economics. The options are: option A, US exports were less capital intensive than US import, US export were more capital intensive than US import, US export were more human capital intensive than US import, all of the above. The right answer for this question is option A, US export were less capital intensive than US import. So the question number 80, match the following. List 1, testing of overall significance, testing of independence of attribute, testing of significance of regression coefficient, normality test. List 2, chi-square test, Jabara test, F test, T test. So the right answer for this question is option B, which is A3, B1, C4 and D2. So the question number 81, criteria and weight assigned to the 15th Finance Commission of India for horizontal devolution. So This question also from the module public finance. So different weightage criteria are given. So area, forest and ecology, income distance, tax and physical effort, demographic, performance. So we have to arrange the criteria and different weights. So the option is right option is A. So D, B, E, A and C is the weightage order. So question number 82. The provision for social good or the process by which total resources used in divided between private and social good and by which the mix of social good is chosen is known as allocation function, distribution function, stabilization function, normalization function. The right answer for this question is option A, allocation function. Question number 83. The binomial distribution can be used under the following conditions. A, nth number of trials in a number is finite and independent. Nth number of trials is infinite and independent. Each trial result in two mutually exclusive and exhaustive outcomes terms as success and failure. P, the probability of success is constant for each trial. The probability of failure does not remain same for each trial. So the right answer for this question is option C, A, C, D only correct. So the question number 84. Provide proper chronological order of different schemes launched in India. So we have to arrange the chronological order. The schemes are Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Yojana, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, Adal Pension Yojana, PM Jan Dhan Yojana, Ayushman Bharat. So the correct chronological order is option D, D, C, A, B and E. Correct chronological order, first one is D, Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, then C, Adal Pension Yojana, then again A, Pradhan Mantri Jan Aushadhi Yojana, and B, Pradhan Mantri Ujjwala Yojana, and E, Ayushman Bharat Yojana. So the question number 85, the Tikulia effect indicate the spread of the 1994 and 1995 Mexican crisis to the other countries in Latin America, the spread of the 1997 crisis in Thailand to other countries in Asia, the supreme crisis emerged in 2007 in the United States, the domestic debt crisis occurred in Argentina in 1989. The correct answer is option A, the spread of the 1994 and 1995 Mexican crisis to other countries in Latin America. So question number 86. Below are some of the features of micro, small and medium enterprises in India. Revised definition of MSMEs was brought in July 2020. In the definition, turnover limit varied between service and manufacturing sector enterprises. In the revised definition, turnover limit of small enterprises were rupees 50 crores. In this revised definition, investment limit in the plant and machinery or equipment for medium enterprises was rupees 50 crores. In the revised definition, investment limit for plant and machinery or equipment for medium enterprises was 5 crores. Choose the correct answer from the option given below. So the right options are right option is option B, which is A, C and D only. A, C and D only. Question number 87. Which of the following modern Indian economic thinker had not gone abroad for the study or work? Mahatma Gandhi, Ram Manohar Lohia, B.R. Ambedkar, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya. So the right answer is option D, Deen Dayal Upadhyaya. Question number 88. Match the following. List 1. The greatest good for the greater number. Stability of general equilibrium. Degree of monopoly power. Third degree price discrimination. List 2. Learners index. Bentham's criteria. Totement Pigu. So the right answer for this question is option D, A2, B3, C1 and D4. Question number 89. In the context of the transaction demand for money, the square root rule was developed by. So we have to identify which economics propounded the square root rule. So the right answer for this question is option C, Baumol and Tobin. So 19th question, which of the following strategy is not correct in order to have expansionary impact of fiscal policy? Public expenditure must be financed by borrowings. Public expenditure must be financed through increasing tax only. Compensatory spending for public investment, cut in taxes. The right answer is option B. Public expenditure must be financed through increased tax only. Okay, the next 10 questions are from reading combination. So I won't be reading the entire passage. You just pause the video and read this passage. I will be reading the questions and the right answers. So the passage is like this. So question number 91. Which of the following is true? Option A. Because of globalization, poverty has increased in all the countries of the world. Option B. Because of the globalization, poverty has reduced in all the countries of the world. Option C. Without globalization, world poverty would probably be even more widespread. Without globalization, world poverty would probably be even less widespread. So we have to find the true statement. So the right answer is option C. Without globalization, world poverty would probably be even more widespread. So question number 92. Which of the following is incorrect? So the first question was to choose the right one. So now we have to choose the incorrect one. So option A. The inward stock of FDI to developing countries is less than that of the developed countries. Option B. The outward stock of FDI from developing countries is less than that of the developed countries. Both the inward stock of FDI to developing countries and the outward stock of FDI from the developing countries remained higher in developing countries than developed countries. Option D. Both the inward stock of FDI to developing countries and outward stock of FDI from developing countries remain lower in developing countries than developed countries. So the right answer is option C. Question number 93. Which of the following reflect the most correct sense of the new international economics of scale? Options. All the part of the components of the product is manufactured in the host country only. When all the parts of and components of the product manufactured in the host country, it minimizes production cost in each of the producing country. Cheaper input from different countries are required to remain competitive. The new international economics of scale is more concerned about profit rather than remain competitive. So the right answer is option C. Cheaper input from different countries are required to remain competitive. So the question number 94. During the investment period, if the higher yielding currency depreciate against lower yielding currency by a higher percentage than the positive interest differential then which of the following will occur? So investor will lose, the investor will earn profit, the profit of the investor will remain unchanged, none of the above. The right answer is option A, the investor will lose. So question number 95, what for globalization has been blamed? Globalization has neither increased efficiency nor openness. Globalization has increased both efficiency and openness. Globalization has increased efficiency but not openness. Globalization has not spread the benefit of increased efficiency and openness equitably to all the nations. The right answer is option D. The next 5 questions passage is given here. You just go through the passage by pausing the video and read this passage, and we will be going to the questions. So just read the passage carefully. Question number 96. Which of the following sector have not developed recently in the startups? IT service, robotic, artificial intelligence, space technology. So the right answer is option D, space technology. How much amount has been allocated under the scheme of startup to find new startup for proof of concepts, prototype and trials of products, entry of market and commercialization? So the right answer is option C, 945 crores. Question number 98. Which of the following is true in the case of startups in India? The startups increased by 7.25% during 2016 and 17 and 2021 and 2022. Option B, sectoral growth of startup is taken place by 56%. This startup have developed in important sectors like agriculture, tourism and irrigation. The recognized sectors have created job more than 7 lakhs. So the right answer is option D. What is the prioritized object of industrialization in the term of startup initiatives? Self-reliance, employment opportunities, both are self-reliance and employment opportunities, export reduction. So the right answer is option C, the self-reliance and employment opportunities. The last question, which of the following measure is required for sustaining startups? Attracting FDI's startup, tax holidays on the startups, creation of the domestic demand for startup, encouraging startup in defense sector. For the right answer for this question is option C, creation of domestic demand for the startups. So through this video, we were just looking at the different kind of questions like assertion, reason, statement wise questions and master followings asked from different modules. So we were seeing a drastic change in the pattern of exam for the past couple of years. So while your preparation gives some importance or practice maximum these kind of questions and understand a good clarity about each concept. So this video will be helpful for your preparation. Thank you and happy learning.